would like to welcome everybody to this year's Dasari lecture. I'm sorry that the room is a little bit cramped. Our normal room was not available today, unfortunately. So for the normal MOS, this room is probably okay size, but for the Dasari lecture, especially have Millie giving the talk, clearly this is standing room only. I'm really sorry about that. But unfortunately, this is the biggest room that we managed to find at this time. Welcome again to the Dasari lecture. If some people want to, there are rooms to stand. I think people are comfortable. So if more people come in, if people want to move to that side, that's okay. So I'd like to welcome everybody to this year's Dasari lecture. And I think many of you are familiar with Dr. Mildred Dasari. Mildred is sitting in the front, and I guess Millie's title are going to reflect also some of the interaction between Millie and Mildred. So Mildred is probably the person that I know. I have been in MIT now almost 20 years, but he is the person probably the first person I know in MIT. But when I come here, Mildred have already been here for a very long time. I think if I read the biography, Mildred have been in MIT since 1966, if I remember correctly. Original 66, and go back to India for a few years, and then come back and have been here ever since. So Mildred have been the Associate Director of Spec Lab at LBRC for longer than I know. and Mildred today actually working with us very busily these days on getting our project renewed. Just a couple of days ago, we just have an advisory committee meeting, and Mildred was there with us. And Mildred have made many contributions in spectroscopy in MIT, and I would say one of them is funding the Dasari lecture. And not only that this lecture brings great people here, we have actually 2 Dasari lecturers here this time, so which is actually perfect. At least 3 or 4. So I think it's great to we bring everyone back here today, and also it's always a great lecture, always a great opportunity to bring a lot of friends together, and I think that's wonderful. And today is really an honor for me to introduce Millie. I think almost everyone knows Millie here. I think that some people call her the Queen of Carbon, and she is probably the only one that I know that have been in MIT longer than Mildred that I know. Well, maybe there's one person that I know longer, but just about the only person in MIT that I know have been here longer. I think Millie doesn't need a lot of introduction. She joined MIT, if I remember right, in 1960s in Lincoln Lab. And then I think moved to the main campus at some point. And she is one of very few institute professors in MIT, and it's definitely a great honor to have her here give a talk. And she has also numerous awards, including the U.S. Presidential Medal of Honor, Compton Award, Fermi Prize, Cartier Award, and also many others. Her research has resulted in some way, almost started the whole field of 2D systems. Certainly all the research in today's graphene field, I think owes a lot of that to Millie. Actually, it's good that actually we have Millie give a talk so that I can go through Millie's biography. She's one of probably the only people that I know that published thousands of papers in her career, and she never slows down, I mean, that's truly impressive. So I think that we can stand here, keep talking about Millie for a very long time, but I would like to have Millie give us a talk on, in some way, carbon science, and also I'm very curious on the influence of Ramachandra on eating.
I guess we don't have mics here, but we have 2 more chairs. One of them is here, and so please come, and I will put in this one. We'll have 1 more chair yet. That's about the best we can do, but then I will be in the corner here where I can see what's happening. So, Ramachandra, it is my great pleasure to be here on this day. So, sudden events. Please help me advance. And I'm not advance. Unplanned. Oh, somebody did something.
Good. I think it should work.
I hope it does. So let's try now. Okay. Well, Ramachandra has been with us for a very long time, and he started me off in the modern optics lab many, many years ago, when it was part of Ali Javan's empire, right? Is that correct? So I don't think I see Ali here, but we can talk a little bit about him at the appropriate time. It was with Ramachandra that we started some of our entries on I would say layered materials, that you were very much part of this. We didn't call it layered materials. We started out with graphite because at that time we didn't know a whole lot about graphite, and I guess the first decade that was what I did with you, and you were able to make things happen. And I would enumerate that because that was really the start of my career here and the start of this field, as far as I know. So I'll give you the early history as far as I know. So we started in 1960. That's when I arrived. You came a little later, but I guess Ali was here, and I met him at the earlier time. And I was influenced by this picture. So when I first arrived at MIT, I was told that my job was to do anything I was interested in. This is my Lincoln Lab component of it. Anything I was interested in except anything that I knew something about. Well, that was pretty easy. I didn't know too much about anything. But I was fascinated by this because at Lincoln Lab, we had a large division at that time trying to catch up with the Russians who had launched Sputnik, and the U.S. at that time didn't know how to counter that. So they were very interested in developing new science and technology that would do something. So the field was wide open, and I had the opportunity just to work on anything I was interested in. Not everybody in their early career has that opportunity, but I had that opportunity, so it was a great learning period for me. What I found was everybody was either working with silicon, germanium, or 3,5 compounds. And I just didn't see anything more to do. I mean, everybody had a project, and what was I going to do in this arena? If I was going to do optics, it because that's what I was asked to focus on. I didn't know much about optics at that time because I had come with a background in superconductivity, which is somewhat different. A whole lot of optics with superconductivity normally. So I was fascinated by this diagram and thought that maybe I could contribute to understanding layered materials. Because nobody was working on that, and nobody was interested in carbon. And in fact, all the years I was at Liquid Lab until I left. First, I was on the staff, and then I was a consultant, and all of it. And I guess about 1972, I got so busy when I was getting involved with directing a lab here on campus that I didn't have time to do that anymore. So I was happy to have my own little domain, whatever it was. So why was I interested in this? Because it had a linear E versus K relations, and it was totally different from anything else. And it had very high mobility carriers. So that was really good for magneto-optics, which is what I was asked to work on if I had any good ideas. So I was combining optics and magneto, high magnetic fields. And I worked in this field actually from 1960 to 1990. And so that, my first period, when I knew you, that's what I did. And then I had a total different switching career, and I will talk about that as well. So, okay. Unknown to me, there was somebody in Europe that was also working, had a similar idea, and was working on carbon systems. But I didn't get to meet this gentleman, and his name Hans-Peter Böhm, first author here, who was in Germany. And the reason I didn't meet him is that I didn't know about the early work at all. I only found out, I met him at an interpolation conference in 1977, which was many years later. And I was very well established here by that time. And so this fellow turns out to be exactly the same age as me, and to within months. And he's still alive, not working much. The German system doesn't allow him to continue working, but he's around, and I communicated with him. So, now I'm going to talk about my early work, and I think that you probably remember this from a genre. So I was working in graphite, and we were getting all kinds of resonant phenomenon between those magnetic energy levels. And so this is, as a result of my contact with you, I had better ideas how to interpret these results. And so that's a diagram in reciprocal space showing possible transitions. We saw all of these transitions, and this helped us to identify where in the zone we're seeing these transitions. What we found is that there were transitions associated with the center point here because there was an extremum, and around this extremum we had some nice cyclotron orbits that could be seen in the magnetic field, and that gave us the masses of the carriers. So that was a very interesting thing, and the science moved very slowly. We started this work in 1961, a long time before the paper was published, but we didn't think it was good enough. So at that time, young people didn't rush into publication, and we weren't sure that things were right. We sat on them a little while, and so this was published in the IBM Journal. And I don't know why we published this in the IBM Journal, because I had an invitation to write an article for them, and said, well, why not put this in the IBM Journal? I have readers, and I did. So evidence that he had done the theory for this. And so it was very nice that I even knew the person that had done the work, and I could communicate with him. And we worked together on trying to explain this, and also people at College of Law was involved in interest in this. And somewhere in the middle of this work, Ramachandra came into the picture, because you and Ali somehow managed to make the very first laser that we did magneto-optics. So this is the first experiment done with magneto-optics, period, as far as I know in the literature. And it allowed us to understand that when we did the right and left polarized light, it was opposite to what we expected. And the reason for that was that electrons and holes were interchanged in the electronic structure that was available at that time. And when we published the paper, our very first paper on this, I think you might remember this, the referees gave us a very hard time because it wasn't what had been in the literature up to that point. But we maintained that by doing right and left polarized light, and this was the first time that an experiment could be done with that accuracy, because we had a laser involved, that furnished by the human College of Law, that we were able to do this work. Of course, what we did stood the test of time, because even though it hadn't been the popular interpretation up to that time, having the right tools and the right people to help you and confirm that you were labeling everything correctly and had the right interpretation of the experimental setup, I would say that you played a very large role in this work. And you didn't complain when I held my ground with the referees, and that this turned out to be the correct, as we know it today, because we still use it in this institution. And this is the polarization experiment that you helped us do. We had a really brilliant student, Paul Schroeder, he's the first author, and he was the person that worked with us with that, with yourself. So I bring this all up because I think most people here don't know this work. It goes back such a long time. But this is one of the early works in the magnet lab when and the MOS lab as done. And I believe that we did this in the new building already at that time when we had more facilities. Welcome. I don't know that we have so many seats for you, but there's one here that you can take, I guess. All right, so this is the early work, and from this we got all kinds of information about selection rules. And this had another important, to explain this experiment, we had to join one Brouillon zone with another. And that was causing a difficulty for the referees also, because they didn't understand very well about the extended zone. They were arguing that you couldn't do this, but we had to do this because we saw the intersection. And I remember talking to you about this many years ago. So when you have a piece of a Fermi surface that crosses across through the Brouillon zone, we can have an orbit at that point. And that was a very small orbit with a very small effective mass. So we had very interesting carriers associated with that. And somebody did a whole thesis on that little tiny pocket, finding all kinds of properties that were associated with that pocket. To prove that you could have a piece of Fermi surface going across the zone. So, what we say now is that we make a translation by can do that, of course, but then you don't see the picture of formation of the top and the bottom of the actual orbit. So I think that this is a good way of looking at it, and it goes back to discussions that I remember having in the lab with you and Holly Javon and Paul Schroeder. So that goes back a long period. Bring back some old memories. So that was the 1960s. In the 1970s, I remember having a student, Deborah Chung. I don't know if you remember, but she was a short young lady from China, and she was a person that maybe wasn't as neat as she might be in the laboratory. I remember people like you not being too happy with her some days. But she actually did some very important work introducing us in the very first experiments done in magneto-optics business with interpolation. So we had the idea of working on interpolation. We got the idea in the 1960s when the work I talked about graphite and the structure of graphite. I was invited to give a talk at Bell Labs in the middle 1960s. And they got very interested in this because there was a Tedgeball. I think many people know Tedgeball. Became very important in nanoscience before it had a name, nanoscience. And I guess he probably moved to UC Berkeley or Stanford. I forgot now which one he moved to in the 1960s and had a long career. And he's still alive now. He must be well up in his 90s, and he's still working. But he had to do with the magnet labs through this work, going back a long time. And Burton he didn't do optics, he didn't do magneto-optics, so he wasn't in this field exactly, but he was also working on interpolation at that time. He started in 1960s, very early 1960s, but we only met in 1977 at the very first conference. We didn't know about the existence of each other because he was reading, I suppose, chemistry journals and I was in physics journals, and we just didn't overlap until this conference. So what I was trying to bring out is in the early days when we did these experiments together, there was very little communication in the scientific community. And you could do an experiment and somebody else would do an experiment, and maybe the same experiment. And it wasn't until the paper was published and we could read it and write by handwritten or maybe typewriter, airmail. But that even airmail took a week to get to the place and another week or two to get back. So science moved at a totally different rate from what we know today. And so for the young people, it's nice to see your paper published soon, and it's nice to see what everybody else is doing in appropriate time. But there are also maybe disadvantages because you have to keep moving so fast that sometimes you don't have proper time to really examine the work that you've done. It's correct, reproducible. But you have other people checking it, so I guess that's also very useful. So with this interpolation compound thing that I'm showing here on the board, we have these layers these are single layers of carbon that are separated by these atoms. We move them apart, and we would make stage one, so single layers of graphene. But they're not isolated like today. They were strongly influenced by these molecules, or layers between. Dasari is a person at Bell Labs that helped us a bit in suggesting what compounds, chemical compounds to use. Because at Bell Labs they had just a wonderful lab, nobody could compete with them at that time. But today, I guess that the universities are doing relatively well. We've been stable, and these very large laboratories that were so magnificent back in my early days are just not the same as they were. So, but we all have to be flexible. And so this is the beginning about interpolation compounds that Deborah Chung is still working on interpolation compounds. So, well, we decided that it wasn't enough to study the carbon framework, but we had to also see what happened, what it did to the intercalant. So obviously it did something with the intercalant presence of carbon. So you could take, well, this is just alkali metals, so alkali metals, you can put them all together and see what their vibration is. That would be known. But some of the other things, so this is down alkali metals, single atoms, ions, and now putting a different kind of material like a molecule. So bromine is Br2, and so you have a dipole, and you expect that to be vibrating with certain frequency. And the change in vibrational frequency was huge, and it was almost unbelievable. We had a lot of trouble with the referee who didn't believe that was a bromine molecule, but it was done by other people afterwards, and other people got the same result. And the theory showed that there was a strong interaction between the carbon layers and the bromine molecule. But the bromine molecule stayed as a bromine molecule and break apart and come to individual charge atoms. That is another interesting thing to do. Well, there were many problems with intercalation, and I think I must have had at least 45 or 30 PhD theses of different things that we put in and studied what all the effects were.
Millie, if you're hungry, you know, you can take a bite.
Yeah, we'll all have a bite. I'll give you plenty of time. I'll finish on time. I can do that. But I just wanted to tell you about some of the old history and how science was done. It was done so differently from today that I thought that was noteworthy for you. And my biggest interaction with Ramachandra was actually in this early period when we were making things together. And then when we started taking over the lab and doing everything, we got maybe more busy and doing many other things. And we'll hear from other speakers today or other people in the question period or discussion about what happened. So now that was the early period of that I knew you when you really got involved in the details of the experiments. And after that, I had less direct contact with most of these students. So then came a period, so now we're moving into the 1980s and then the 1990s. And so at that time, I was working on clusters.